So I know people have to catch planes, trains, maybe some people automobiles, uh, and so I'll be very, very brief. I think this conference has covered an incredibly wide range of very interesting topics, from the role of macro policy and systemic risk. And I think if we learned anything, it is that our understanding and knowledge and even definition of systemic risk needs some improvement and needs some further understanding. To all of the questions that have come up about designing a financial architecture that is both resilient to shocks, but also has mechanisms to deal with when those, we'll call them fail-safe mechanisms, for when the resiliency doesn't work out as hoped for. And the questions that have been raised, I think, have been very, very good ones. I want to put a pitch in for part of the design of this conference was to have a level of interaction between people who have been working on these issues from an academic point of view to folks who have been plowing the field from both a policy and implementation point of view, as well as people in the industry. I think that kind of interaction and the ability to talk across those lines is really very, very important. And my pitch, it'll be another shameless pitch as my talk before had, is we here in Philadelphia, whether at the Philadelphia Fed, in the supervision area, have built a lot of capabilities and interest with economists who are plowing the field in supervision, looking at quite extensive data sets, particularly in the area here of consumer credit. Some of that's happening elsewhere at the Federal Reserve as well. And we see it as being very, very important to make those connections. We've done that with the Wharton Financial Institution Center in the past. We expect to continue to do that in the future. But trying to make these connections and trying to make cross-fertilization happen, I think, is really very, very important. And we hope you take the opportunity now that you've gotten to meet some people in various places. Certainly, we are very open to that collaboration and hope that you all are as well. With that, I want to again thank Franklin and Atai from the Wharton Financial Institution Center. Thank Haluk Unal from the JFSR. And of course, Jalapa, who's done so much work for us here at Philadelphia Fed. Mention that we will be getting the papers and presentations up on websites so people can have access to them. We'll have to get everybody's permission. We'll let them, if they want to make any tweaks to their presentation, but we will get that up fairly shortly. There will also be a special issue of the Journal of Financial Services Research. Papers who wish to be submitted for that will go through the refereeing process. There will be a discussion in that special issue about the range of topics that have been discussed at this conference. So with that, I want to thank all the people who participated in this conference as speakers, presenters, discussants, and the audience as well. So thank you and have a good journey home.